The British Prime Minister's vowed to cut immigration to the United Kingdom if he's re-elected on Thursday. Boris Johnson's planning to introduce an Australian-style points system, but Labor believes the changes would damage the economy.
Fraser Maud has more now from Birmingham.
The Karshma restaurant in Birmingham has a reputation for providing an authentic Polish experience. So clearly it relies on Polish workers to prepare and serve its traditional cuisine. Workers who, under Boris Johnson's proposed points-based immigration system, may well struggle to be admitted to a post-Brexit Britain. Under the Conservatives, there would be 3 categories of visas for workers seeking to come to the UK, including highly skilled workers who would enjoy fast-track entry and no cap on their numbers. Skilled workers, such as doctors and nurses, would also enjoy fast-track entry and reduced fees if they had a confirmed job offer, while low-skilled workers would be eligible for time-limited visas to meet labour market shortages at a given time. Critics question its impact.
I'd like to believe that they will introduce something that will have the desired effect, and that's to reduce numbers. But so far, what they have said doesn't really add up to anything that we can be confident will reduce numbers.
On the day Labour set out its plans to tackle social care, it warned of the impact the Conservatives' immigration proposals would have on the NHS.
If the economy needs it, then of course people should come here to work in our economy, whether it's the National Health Service,
so
where
we're happy to see levels go up.
Whether it's the National Health Service, where there are desperate shortages after 10 years of mismanagement by the Tories.
Recent polls suggest Brexit and the NHS have overtaken immigration as the main issue for voters. For those who rely on the lower-skilled foreign workforce, though, it is still their most serious concern. Fraser Maud, Sky News, Birmingham.
According to the polls, Boris Johnson remains the clear favourite to secure a majority victory. But with so many variables across 650 seats, no one's brave enough to predict an outcome with any certainty.
And one of the big issues is the fact that this is the first December election in, well, since 1923, and right in the middle of winter, and it's a voluntary voting system. How many people will show up to vote? What's the turnout going to be like? Here is our colleague Laura Jays in London.
Campaigning is entering its final crucial days in an election that will usher in decisive change one way or another. Boris Johnson says the vote on Thursday is historic. He's promising to get Brexit done. Jeremy Corbyn, on the other hand, says a vote for Labor is a vote for hope, and the two men couldn't have more diametrically opposed manifestos. Boris Johnson really promising to maintain the status quo in many ways with a centrist capitalist government. Jeremy Corbyn, well, his manifesto would usher in sweeping socialisation of the British economy. Boris Johnson, interestingly, in these final couple of days has returned to an argument about immigration that worked so well for him in the Brexit referendum, and that is going towards an Australian points-based system where there is less immigration but more skilled migration. Another thing that is really playing into this election, it's first past the post here, and it is non-compulsory voting, is simply the weather. This is the first winter Christmas election in around 100 years. So it's up to the major parties to inspire people to get out and vote. There's also 3.5 million more people on the electoral roll than the last general election. So there's a lot of variables here, and it will be a very late night on Thursday. Laura Jays in London for Sky News.